Hello there, my friend. It is Brian Ford with Self-Improvement Daily. Take ownership of your personal development, one tip at a time. I wanted to explore a topic that society has labeled a certain way, only representing a fraction of the ways it actually affects us, which is addiction. Even in doing research on the subject, addiction is formally defined as a compulsive physiological need for and use of a habit-forming substance. That's a pretty narrow definition that only really relates to substance abuse, which of course is a huge problem, but again, it only speaks to one very specific amount. I think the mutually accepted understanding of addiction is that it's a generally bad thing. Your behaviors and habits are considered to be in excess of what's required, and it leads to some negative consequences. But even so, those consequences are a spectrum and often don't have dangerous effects on your health. In fact, I think we all have everyday addictions that we don't acknowledge as such because the term is used in such a derogatory and extreme sense. For example, checking social media more often than you want to is an addiction because it's a compulsion for your unmet need to belong. Compulsive lying can be an addiction to help you receive validation about your self-worth. Even biting your nails can be considered an addiction because it soothes and placates during stress. Once we open up this definition for addiction, we can see what needs aren't being met in our lives and start brainstorming alternatives to live a more constructive life. As with everything, the first step is awareness. Knowing your negative habits that have a strong hold on you, knowing your defense mechanisms, so that you can grow through them into a more actualized you. Thank you for listening, and I'll see you next time on Self-Improvement Daily.